Good evening and welcome to the Hockey Night in Fort St. John edition of Community Roundup, sponsored by Brad's Furniture and Appliances. I'm Jordan Prentice and I'm joined by Fort St. John Huskies head coach Todd Alexander. Todd, thank you so much for joining me tonight.
Awesome.
The Huskies win streak has climbed to 21 wins in a row after defeating the Fairview Flyers 8-0 last Friday at home and the Sexsmith Vipers 5-1 last Saturday on the road. That's right?
Absolutely.
So the team remains in first place in the Northwest Junior Hockey League with 49 points. And they will make an attempt at 22 wins in a row in tonight's game against the Beaverlodge Blades in the first of a busy 3-game weekend. Todd, first of all, 21 wins in a row. Is this like a new record win streak for your team?
Well, actually, last year we hit 22 in a row. So tonight we got a chance to tie that, and we'll see what happens after that.
See what happens. Okay. And so this is the third time in a row that the Huskies and the Blades have played each other this season. The first time you played each other was October 14th, and that's actually the last time you guys lost this season. And they won that game 2-1. And you guys met again in November, and the Huskies won that matchup 7-2. What are your thoughts heading into tonight's game?
Yeah, they got a good young hockey club. They're probably one of the youngest clubs in the league. They work hard. They got a good coach. He's been around for a long time. So got lots of respect for him as well. So, if you show up and think that you're just going to get points out of these guys, you're definitely not, because they're going to put the effort towards, and that's probably their biggest asset they got going for them right now, is they work really hard.
Okay. So the Huskies, for those of you who don't know, the Huskies practice every Tuesday and Thursday. What kinds of things has the team been working on this week?
Just regular repetition of systems and tactics and things like that. And still a little blend of skill work and things. So, we're getting closer to the end of the season here. We don't have too many practices left. So, we will get into some other stuff here coming up soon. But for the time being, we're still pretty regular with what's going on.
Okay. So I'd like to take a moment to talk about Jackson McDonald. Jackson McDonald is the newest addition to the Fort St. John Huskies, and it looks like he's turning out to be a multiple point per game player. Can you tell me more about Jackson, how he came to be a Husky, and how you're feeling about his performance?
Yeah, Jackson, was actually working up here, and friends of mine were on the job with him, and they know of him, so they suggested him to us. He had played in the KI last year for the Summerland Steam, and at the start he just came out to skate and see if he liked it or not, and decided that this was a good place for him, and he's fit in really well. He's quite quiet in the dressing room, to be honest, and he saves the fire for when he's on the ice. He definitely adds an element to our hockey club that we didn't have before. So it was exciting to pick a player up that caliber. It's almost like having a trade mid-season and you pick a guy up, right? So that's the type of impact that he's had around here, and he's starting to fit in real nice and understand the way that we play the game and understand the systems and the movements of the players, and starting to get some more consistency out of him for sure. He'll be a good player for us down the stretch.
Cool. So moving along, 3 games in one weekend it's pretty intense. The Huskies are no stranger to it, of course, with your success with that in December. What kind of mentality do you encourage your players to have, heading into a 3-game weekend?
It's pretty consistent around here. First and foremost, it's a team mentality. We need everybody. Everybody's got value on this hockey club, and they've got a job to do. So guys are continuing to learn more about their roles and get settled into those types of positions. And, there's some guys that have to change on different nights when you got injuries and whatnot. So, yeah, I think down the stretch here, we'll just continue to focus on ourselves, making sure that we're staying neutral with our mental game, and those little things like that is what adds up at the end of the year.
Okay. My last question for you, and I hate to bring it up, but if the Huskies win streak does come to an end at some point this weekend, I think I already know the answer, but are you concerned about how it may affect the team's confidence on the ice?
No concern at all. This is a very day-to-day hockey club. They do a good job of that. We put a lot of stress on it, and they actually pay attention to it. So it's super refreshing, and I think that's the reason why that we have the success we do, because we just don't get too far ahead of ourselves. We don't get too far behind ourselves. You know, sometimes we have a little stumble here and there, but we do definitely do a good job of staying neutral, and that's the way that we like things around here.
Well, it's clearly working out for you guys, right? So the Huskies face off against the Beaverlodge Blades tonight at home in the North Peace Arena. Puck drop is at 8 p.m., so you still have lots of time to head down to the rink, support the team, and get some live local hockey action. Tomorrow, the Huskies will head to Fairview to take on the Flyers before coming home for Sunday afternoon's game against the Lacrete Lumber Barons. Thank you so much for joining me, as always, Todd. I'm Jordan Prentice, and I've been joined by Huskies head coach Todd Alexander. You've been watching the Hockey Night in Fort St. John edition of Community Roundup, sponsored by Brad's Furniture and Appliances, and we'll see you at the next home game, except not this Sunday, next weekend.
See you at the game.
Thank you.